Hi, this video is on how to use the sign and update the sign out front of the school for those people who are allocated permission to do so or assigned to do so. First of all, you have to remote to the right PC. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my start bar and just type the word remote, and you'll see remote desktop connection come up. And you go ahead and click that. And then we're going to put in the name of the PC. And the name that you're going to type in there is NT Signage, and you're going to hit connect. Now, it's going to default to say connect as you, and you don't want to connect to you. We want to always connect as the same user, everyone who's using it, so that you can edit what's already been put in there. Whereas if you remote as yourself, you won't be able to do that. So we're going to hit more choices, and we're going to hit use a different account, and then we're going to use the email or the username and password that you should have been provided separately than this video, because obviously I'm not going to put it on the video or it'd be on YouTube. Now, if you don't remember it, you can look in your email for the word sign user, and you should be able to find that email in your email. And you can say remember me, so that next time you remote to it, you immediately go into it when you pick sign user. So I'm going to say okay, it's going to remote into that PC that you're going to see. It's loading into sign maintenance now. Now, once it's up, the program we're looking for is this one called Sign Scheduler. I'm going to go ahead and open it, and I'm going to go ahead and put on a sign or a message for and schedule a message for the fact that this is homecoming week right now, to put on there that it's homecoming week. So right now you can see the only thing that's playing, and that's the play sign there, is the message and date and time. And if you want to see what that is, you can double click on it and see, and see what it says. And it's going to say that it's the date and time. I can click edit there to see what it looks like, and I can hit preview. So that's just the NT sign that's up there that plays. No, I don't want to see the preview. And then this one, if I click edit on this and hit preview, is just the date and time that shows up there. So right now, it's just cycling between those two things. Oh, close it. Between those two things, and these other messages that are on there have timed out. And you see they stopped on in May 27th. So when I make something like today, I can say when I want it to start and when I want it to stop, and I don't have to delete it because I might want to use that message again. So I'm going to go and make a message. So I'm going to say add, and I'm going to go and compose the whole message. So I'm going to say I want this to play for 5 seconds whenever it plays. And then I'm going to go to the quick edit button here, and I'm going to create what I want the sound to the sign to show during that 5 seconds. So I'm going to hit the create button, and it's going to come up with this screen. This is showing every single light on the screen. And just so you realize, if it's small to you here, it's going to be unreadable there. So when you look at it, make sure you make it nice and big when you add your items. So I'm going to make one first. It's Book Fair week. So I'm going to add one for Book Fair week. So I'm going to insert a media file. Now, there's a bunch of media files already made. And if you do a media file, you want to reuse a media file, that's fine. There's already one that says Book Fair. So I'm going to go ahead and find that Book Fair one that I just saw. There we go. I'm going to add the Book Fair one onto here. And I'm going to go ahead and move that and make it as big as I realistically can. See how big I can make the Book Fair sign. And then I'm going to just put all this week at the bottom. So I'm going to insert text. And I'm going to put it up here in the bottom of the sign. Okay, there we go. All Book Fair all this week. I'm going to shrink this just a little bit and center it up a little bit. Now, I'm going to say something about this image and images in general. White on the background looks bad on an image, and that can be fixed actually pretty easily. I'm going to make that on the end of this video. I'm going to show how to remove backgrounds on images if you ever want to do that and fix any of those. But I'm just going to leave it like this. So it says Scholastic Book Fair all this week, and I'm going to go ahead and OK down at the bottom. and then say okay. And now I've got one right here. It says message. However, I want to edit this and I want to change when it finishes. So I want it to end on Friday at 1. Okay, so it's going to play this week ending on Friday. And I'm going to go ahead and add another one just to go through the process for homecoming. So I'm going to do quick message. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to set that it's going to end 9 o'clock at night on Friday, so it's not showing up. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and create my homecoming message up here. And on this one, I just added homecoming week in this animated football, and you can see how it doesn't have a background around it. And I'm going to say okay. And then I'm going to say okay, hit the word send. It should say schedule was successfully updated. And then I'm going to close, and that's it. And I've got it. Oh, do you want to save changes? Yes. So when you're done, you don't have to log out or anything. You can just X out of there, and that's it. Everything will keep running in the background for the next person that logs on. Okay, this is on how to remove the background. I'm going to look at that book fair one and just take a look at it real fast. So if I look at book fair, you can see all this white background around here is going to look bad on the sign. So I'm going to right click on that. Okay, so I need to click on book fair and say open with GIMP. And I'm going to change this file so that it's a clear background so that it doesn't show a bunch of white light around it, which just looks bad. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to fill in all the white here with a color that I know does not exist. So I'm going to use this color right here, this lime green, and I'm going to use the paint bucket tool. And I'm going to go around like that and fill the whole thing in. Okay, I'm just going to see what happens. So I've got all that green in there. I can also do the insides of these letters if I want to make those pop out a little more. And then I'm going to do a layer and transparency and add an alpha channel, something I have to do. So now there's one behind it. And then I'm going to select by color. I'm going to click that green. I'm going to hit the delete key. And it made all those other things disappear behind there. We'll see how this is going to look when we're done. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to go File, Export As, and your X going to change the end of it to GIF. It doesn't know PNGs. And say Export, and close it. You're done. So that's it for making the file. Then we're going to go ahead and add that one to our sign instead.